Duncan, congratulations. Just overall thoughts on getting your contract extension.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm very happy in Orlando. It's felt like home for the past year and a half. So just know that I'm going to be here long term and can be a part of the process of what we're trying to do here is a very exciting time for me.
What changed for you from January to now to make you want to commit your future here?
Just kind of I feel like the way I was welcomed back, it kind of made me realize how much this place felt like home. Is when I was welcomed back by Orlando City fans and my teammates and coaching staff when the Blackburn thing didn't work out. Just kind of made me realize how much this place means to me. And over the past 6 months as well, I felt like I've gotten closer to the people here, and yeah, it made me want to stay. And I'm happy that I'm here for the next 3 years, however many it is.
More? Yeah.
I don't know.
Obviously, the contract negotiations was a pretty long process, but how good is it to finally get that over with and kind of not just focus on the rest of the season now?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it's like in the back of your head sometimes when you're worrying about contract negotiations, but just to have it done is good because like you just said, I get to focus on soccer now and not go home and worry about something else. But yeah, it wasn't too much of a grueling process. It was smooth with my agent and Luis Mercado, so it was a good process, and I'm just glad to focus on soccer now.
You also play for the national team, and when you see the forwards of the national team, they play overseas in Europe. How much do you think the MLS will help you to compete against them when it comes to be a call-up for the national team?
Yeah, I think the league MLS is growing very quickly as you see a lot of quality players coming over. So I think it's a league that is becoming a lot more competitive, and hopefully, the national team coach can see that. And as long as I'm scoring goals, and I think I'll put myself in a good position to get called up for the national team again.
Duncan, obviously this year the team's been kind of starting to hit its stride now. What's the mentality like, not only just for you and just for the rest of the team, to kind of look for that fifth consecutive playoff spot this year, and for you to kind of finish the season strong, scoring wise?
Yeah, as a team, I think it took us a little bit last year to get started, and this year it took a bit longer. But I think we're playing the brand of soccer that we wanted to play, and the practices have been a lot better. It's a lot more competitive than it was earlier in the season, and I feel like we're hitting the stride right at the right time. So I think we're very excited to get back to MLS play in Kansas City and push for playoffs.
You mentioned how Orlando has been kind of like home to you, and the embrace that you felt within the team. And obviously you've improved tremendously from when you were drafted to now, just about 18 months later. What is it about this organization and this coaching staff that you think has helped you become a much better player in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, I think just the training environment, it's very intense and demanding, which brings out the best of you. When you have a bunch of guys that you're training with that are competing really hard, and then also, just the support staff, the coaching staff, and basically everyone in the building is an unbelievable person. So when you come to work every day, it makes the environment so much better to work in. So it kind of just makes everything better, I guess.
You mentioned Kansas City this weekend. You've had a couple weeks off now in between games. How do you kind of revamp and get back into that kind of game mentality after having so long between?
Yeah, it's hard. Having 2 weeks off is you gotta, be emulated ourselves. Playing each other, trying to keep ourselves match fit. But yeah, just focus on Kansas City. Instead of having 1 week to prepare for a game, we had 2. So I think we're gonna be ready, and we've had a good 2 weeks of practice. So I think we're ready to get back into playing games.
Duncan, obviously we saw interest from Europe this past off season. I guess the question will be asked again: is the goal still to play at Europe at some point during your career?
I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm just kind of focused on Orlando and trying to get a championship for Orlando.